So it's Sunday now. I had a good quick visit with Marcus and Larry last night. We just met up at the mall, like I said, walked around for a while, hung out. Wish I had more time. They're got plans today, so I got really nothing going on today. I got up not real early because I didn't go to bed till almost 3. Watching more Blacklist. I only have one episode left, and I'm caught up completely. It's last week's episode, so excuse me. So hopefully that'll be downloaded. I can watch that tonight. I also downloaded Interstellar off iTunes, and then I have like John Wick. I have a couple movies I need to watch, so if I get back early enough, I'm gonna do that. But I'm on my way now just to do some. I'm gonna stop at some point. I'm gonna stop maybe on my way home by the Microsoft store. And then I think I'm going to go right now to Micro Center. I can't remember. I used to go there all the time, but it's like a big store for computers and stuff like that. And then when I was driving, I was thinking, I had the idea of doing, like I'm from Detroit. I love Detroit, but, so I was thinking about just going around I had a couple different ideas, so maybe a couple different things. I don't know if I'll even post them or just be for my personal collection, but I was thinking about going by like my old house and doing some filming, not in the house obviously, but just the outside, and then maybe a couple spots that sort of semi-meaningful for me. My old middle school, my elementary school, and this sounds bad, but it has good memories for me. But there was a park that I used to sleep in when I was without home. There's an overpass right by that park. Just some different things like that you know, at the time they may have been bad, and even looking back on it, it's not like it's a great thing to be on the streets, but like I tell a lot of people, you know, what you go through in your past makes you the person you are today. So if you're not happy with the person you are today, maybe you need to do some digging and some reflecting on those things in the past. But me, I reflect on them with a lot of positivity, because I would not be the man I am today, the person I am today, without those, you know, trials and tribulations, as they say. But so yeah, they sucked. There was a lot of things in my childhood that sucked, but without those things, who knows, you know, without those pieces, would I be the full thing that I am today? So, you know, I try not to be negative about things in my past as much as possible. So I'm going to, you know, like I said, Micro Center. I'm right by the store now. I'm sure people have heard of it. I think it's a larger chain. It's the only one around here that I know of in Michigan. So anyways, I think that's what I'm going to do. I may go downtown and do the downtown Detroit and some stuff down there first, and then decide if I really want to go back through my old spots. Not that, like I said, not that I would think that, you know, it's a bad thing to see them and remember and all that stuff, but I don't think I haven't been probably back there since I moved out of Detroit in some of those spots, some of those areas. So I don't know. There's a lot of friends that I no longer have that are no longer with us, so I don't know how emotional it'll be. So I'm not sure if I want to get into that today, being alone, not having my wife's support, because she's pretty much my backbone when it comes to stuff like that. So I was walking around downtown, down by the riverfront, Hart Plaza. It is freaking cold by the river. It was 50 when I left and sunny at the hotel, which I'm staying pretty much out in the suburbs. And now I'm driving around at stoplights and taking pictures because it is so dang cold. But so I walked around. It says 40, but I swear it had to be 30-something. There was ice on the water, big chunks of ice moving across the water. It's cold. So I'm just gonna drive around, take a few more shots, a little bit of video, and then I'm gonna head back. I'm pretty happy with everything that I shot, at least. I'm not sure how great it came out so I can really look. I think I'm gonna end up getting, because I really like this, I'd like to do this maybe downtown Nashville, maybe some other cities if we travel or stuff like that. Driving back, and I decided, since I was taking 94 to to swing by my old house, the one that I grew up in, and then I guess maybe I'll go by my elementary schools down the road too. So they put a stop sign here. I don't believe there was ever one stop sign here before. So we haven't been over here in a long time. And lots of potholes on my old street. I remember that much. Wow, it looks so small. Used to think it was pretty long street. Let me finish leaving Tomas a message on his latest video. Alright, so I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour here, I guess. So this is not my house, this is just the street. And it looks a lot rougher than what I remember. I remember it being semi-nice over here, and it looks like it may have went down a little bit. So that's sad. The road, I think they actually repaved because it had some huge potholes. And there is the old house right there. It used to be yellow. 5031. Wow. That is crazy how bad the street is. God, it makes me so sad. Whew. Alright, so anyway, I'm back. That was a little weird for me, but here's Baldock Park, where I used to have to walk from my house down this way to get to my elementary school and to get to the bus stop for my middle school was at my elementary school. So, and then this is the this is the nature area. It looks like they call it Aspen Trail now, but we called it the Nature Trail. And God, it was scary. In the summertime or when the weather's nicer, you couldn't see in there because there's so much green, and it was sort of weird. When you went in there, you always found weird stuff in there, like clothes and shoes, and from what I remember back in the day, they found some bodies in there. So, but then here is my elementary school, which again I remember being one of those weird things. You remember it being a lot bigger than it was, but Marquette Elementary School. When I went there, it was just this building. It looks like they extended it out back there, so wow. I'm gonna take some pictures of this. Station over here, it's a Clark, it looks like now, over there. That used to be a 76 gas station, and we used to buy, they had 2 liters of, well, what I call pop, but some people call soda, whatever, there for 76 cents, and we used to get alcohol, some kind of alcohol and that, and mix it up and walk around and drink it in the middle of the night. That's the first place I bought my first bootleg. Gosh, there's so many abandoned houses. My first bootleg tape, In Too Deep, Back to the Hotel. It was bootleg because it had the stamping on it, and it was all cockeyed and crooked, and man, it's like the 5th abandoned house. This is a nicer area too. I'm going by my middle school now, and this middle school, I think they called it a magnet middle school back then. I don't know if it still is, and you sort of had to almost apply to get in, and have a certain but I don't know, I mean, like there's like 4 in a row, 5, so I don't know, that are just abandoned, tore down. The school's closed. Wow. I did not expect that. Well, it looks like the school has been abandoned for quite a while. So, didn't really expect that. And really wishing I would have stuck with what I said earlier and not did this.